The last I stepped out of my room was 8 months back. 9 months rather. So I feel like coming out of the womb of my mother. Exact. The last on the ground event was 9 months back. And Hyderabad, I suppose, was a couple of years back now. Like at least 2 years now. I did with Vicky Flo was the last time I had an event with, yes. Yes, so the topic that I've been requested to speak on is live life king size, And I feel that the quality of our life is defined by the choices that we make. Every single moment, every single day of the year, we have choices. Choices between something that is self-destructive and choices between something that is favorable for our self-growth. Choices between something that takes us in a downward spiral of negativity or choices that will uplift us into a space of positivity. Choices that can make us feel a lack of self-worth or choices that can make us feel confident and very worthy, right? So we are at all times confronted with these choices, right? And I think the greatest value of the human potential is the ability to choose what we want, right? The greatest value of the human potential is in crafting a life, in sculpting a life, in carving a life of your dreams, of your aspirations the way you want. So I think that's really what more or less the bottom line is. Yes. One of the things I feel is extremely essential in our life is hope. Correct? Hope is that one element that keeps everybody going. Isn't it? मैं कई बार कहता हूँ एक 1965 या 55 में एक बहुत सुंदर गाना था तलत मोहम्मद साहब का, गम की अंधेरी रात में दिल को न बेकरार कर, गम की अंधेरी रात में दिल को न बेकरार कर, सुबह ज़रूर आएगी, सुबह का इंतज़ार कर. So I think you will never have the darkness of the night all the time. The sun will rise, but the sun rises by its own time, not by our time. You can't go out and say, hey sun, come on. The sun comes by its own time. So I feel there's no need to be hopeless. At the same time, one of the emphasis that I always put on is a difference between emotional, sentimental hope and data-centric and statistical hope. Emotional hope is, subah zarur aayegi, subah ka intezar kar. Who doesn't know that? Right, that's very emotional, sentimental, and it's good. Good, keeps you going. But if you look at data, if you look at statistics, you will see there has never been in the human history an issue that humanity has not been able to overcome. Whether it's a global recession, whether it's a pandemic, whatever crisis it has been, it may have taken long, it may have taken hard work, it may have taken collective efforts, but there has never been in the history of the human race a crisis that we have never been able to win over or overcome. So in this case of the pandemic as well, I completely empathize and understand. I'm myself a part of the entire pandemic, affected by the pandemic, right? I understand it's hard. I understand it's emotionally very draining for a lot of people. I understand it's professionally very challenging. I understand it's socially very demanding. Right? I understand. At the same time, I also know one thing, that we as a human race have tremendous potential to come out of it together, and we have to a large degree. And India, to a good degree, has done well vis-a-vis many other countries in the world. We have been able to, despite being a country with 1.2 billion people, I mean, you can see the death rate, you can see the rate at which they spread. You wouldn't have a choice with such a large country, right? But we still managed decently well, I feel, and I think it goes to show the power of the human potential. My advice to everybody who's reading, watching, whatever I have to say is, do not unnecessarily be fearful. Be careful. Right? Fearful is not doing anything to us. It's only releasing the negative hormones, thereby reducing our immunity. Correct. On the other hand, if you're careful, whether it be social, right now I'm just taking the mask off because I will talk, right? So whether it be putting on a mask or using a sanitizer or practicing, whatever it may be, better we be careful than be fearful. And I think, we will be able to, we have already done well, and we will be able to come out of it. In the year 2008, there was a massive global recession. The whole world was affected financially and economically. We overcome it. The year 2000 was a recession. We overcome it. There have been earlier so many pandemics and epidemics, we overcome all of them. So I don't see in by any way, shape or form that we won't be able to overcome this. It may take a little longer probably, and collectively I think we'll come out of it. Yeah. What can they expect tonight? Okay. I think when we are talking of entrepreneurship and business growth, correct? There's several things in it. One is your own personal growth. Second is social growth. Third is national growth. And fourth is global growth. Right. Sometimes we think that it's my business, correct? And I want to grow, which is fantastic. Because if you don't grow, nobody else is growing. And I don't think one should think small. Sky is not the limit for personal growth. Because when you have something is when you can share. Nobody can pour out of an empty jug, correct? Only when the jug is full can you pour into someone's cup. So I don't think anybody can pour out of an empty jug. So when you are successful and you have resources, you grow, is when you look at how you can make society grow, right? Is how you can look at making the nation grow. And a nation is a part of a global community. So I think, which is precisely why youngsters and young budding entrepreneurs, business people, shouldn't think small. They shouldn't think small. They should think very big. And in being big, see how to make that difference in overall growth, not just personal growth. Personal growth is very narcissistic, right? Very selfish and narcissistic. It's good, nothing wrong with that. But I'm not too sure if we came here to just grow personally or do something else in life as well. Mark Twain said a very beautiful thing. He said, the two most important days of your life are, number one is the day when you were born, and number two is the day when you find out why. Right? Why were you born? So I believe there's a purpose. I believe there's something that each one of us can do for the world. And entrepreneurs and business people, I am convinced beyond a doubt, have tremendous potential in making this difference because they have influence and affluence both. With the influence and with the affluence both put together, I think a lot of difference can be made indeed. Yeah. Thank you.